The Prime Minister is here on a state visit at the invitation of His Excellency, Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel. This is the Prime Minister's second visit to Israel. He was last here almost 9 years ago, which was his first visit. The visit is therefore a very, very significant milestone in India-Israel relations and seeks to capture the distance that has been traveled in the last decade or so, and to set the stage for the next phase of this very, very important relationship. This has been, in Prime Minister Netanyahu's words, an exceptional visit. It's been a short visit, slightly over 24 hours, but it has been a very rich visit in terms of outcomes and therefore a very, very productive exercise. I should also point out at the outset that this visit comes in the context of an effort by the Prime Minister himself to take interest in and pursue our relations, India's relations with all the countries in this region in West Asia. In slightly over the last 1 year, the Prime Minister has paid visits to Kuwait, to Saudi Arabia, to Jordan, to Oman, and now to Israel. And of course, he has received several heads of state, heads of government, and other dignitaries from this region as well. On arrival at the airport yesterday, the Prime Minister was accorded a ceremonial welcome by the Prime Minister of Israel and his wife, Mrs. Sarah Netanyahu. We saw the warmth that was on display. The two Prime Ministers had a tete-a-tete at the airport itself before the Prime Minister arrived at his hotel, where he received the traditional welcome by the Indian community here in Israel. Yesterday, the highlight of the Prime Minister's program, which I'm sure all of you would have followed, was his address to the Knesset, where he was invited by the Speaker of the Knesset, His Excellency, Mr. Amir Ohana, to address a special plenary session of the Knesset. The session was also addressed by Prime Minister Netanyahu and Leader of the Opposition, Mr. Yair Lapid. The Prime Minister was also conferred the Medal of the Knesset in recognition of his exceptional contribution through his leadership to strengthen the strategic relations between India and Israel. And Prime Minister Modi is the first recipient of this medal. Later in the evening yesterday, the two Prime Ministers together visited a special technology exhibition which showcased over a dozen cutting-edge Israeli technologies across multiple sectors that also happen to be the focus of India-Israel relations. These included technologies in the fields of quantum, artificial intelligence, health, smart mobility, cybersecurity, water and agriculture, climate, energy, and space. The Prime Minister was then hosted for a private dinner later in the evening by Prime Minister Netanyahu and Mrs. Netanyahu. This morning, the Prime Minister began with a visit to Yad Vashem, the World Holocaust Remembrance Center in Jerusalem, and laid a wreath in memory of the victims of the Holocaust. It was a solemn occasion where the Prime Minister paid his respects together with Prime Minister Netanyahu. The two leaders toured the Hall of Names and the Children's Memorial and participated in a memorial ceremony in the Hall of Remembrance. Thereafter, the Prime Minister had the opportunity to call on the President of Israel, His Excellency Mr. Isaac Herzog, and the two leaders also planted an oak tree in the presidential garden in honor of Prime Minister Modi's Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam initiative, a tree for mother. Prime Minister then held delegation-level talks with Prime Minister Netanyahu, which, as I mentioned, have just concluded a short while ago. The talks gave both leaders the opportunity to go through the entire spectrum of the India-Israel strategic partnership. It was agreed to deepen further our relationship in a wide array of sectors, including science and technology, innovation, research, critical and emerging technologies, cybersecurity, agriculture, water, defense and security, trade and economy, people-to-people exchanges. In a demonstration of the deep trust and strength that prevails in this relationship, the two leaders also decided to elevate the relationship to an India-Israel special strategic partnership for peace, innovation, and prosperity. Following the delegation-level talks, both leaders jointly addressed a press conference. A number of MOUs and agreements, I think nearly 16 in total, were exchanged in the presence of the leaders. There were also several announcements. A comprehensive list of the agreements as well as the announcements will shortly be available on our website. As we speak, the Prime Minister is meeting with prominent members of the Indian Jewish community here in Jerusalem and a group of Indologists. He will also be meeting with a few personalities from the field of culture, some personalities from the area of film, including, I am told, some cast members of the TV serial Fauda. I'm sorry to be missing that interaction. The visit of the Prime Minister to Israel reflects the high priority that India attaches to its bilateral relationship with Israel. This visit has succeeded in further deepening and strengthening the multifaceted partnership between the two countries and in providing a renewed impetus to the joint efforts of these two democracies to advance their shared objectives of peace, innovation, and prosperity. As far as the outcomes are concerned, let me give you a brief snapshot of the various areas that they cover. As you would have noticed from the various public announcements as well that have been made, the focus of this visit has been on technology, including in the area of artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, innovation, research, and startups. Accordingly, both leaders decided to elevate the existing Joint Commission on Science and Technology to the ministerial level, which will make interagency coordination in science and technology between the two sides easier and the partnership more productive. There is a broad and fundamental understanding between the two sides to deepen their cooperation in areas of frontier technology, particularly artificial intelligence and its application across sectors. This is also on account of the recently hosted AI Summit in India, where we had a high-powered delegation from Israel also that participated. Cooperation in the AI sector is likely to focus, amongst others, on advancing education, focusing on developing AI-powered and human-centered learning and collaboration on healthcare innovation, AI and digital transformation through the sharing of best practices and cooperation between designated institutions of the two countries. As Prime Minister Netanyahu also referred to in his remarks at the press conference, the attempt is to use AI for precision education. Cooperation in cybersecurity and horizon scanning mechanisms was also discussed and finalized through the instruments that were exchanged in the presence of the two leaders. Some of the existing mechanisms under science and technology cooperation, including the India-Israel Industrial Innovation Fund and the India-Israel Joint Research Calls, which have been functioning well. It was agreed to further strengthen and streamline these mechanisms, and the funding for the joint research calls has been hiked to $1.5 million from both sides. This will again give a boost to joint research between Indian and Israeli universities. The two sides have also agreed to establish the India-Israel Academic Cooperation Forum to strengthen cooperation in research, policy and education. As you would be aware, agriculture has long been an area of very rich and very productive cooperation between the two countries. There are 43 centers of excellence in agriculture that have been established in India with Israeli assistance. Moving beyond these traditional ideas, of course, there has been an agreement during this visit to expand these 43 centers to 100 centers all across the country. But moving beyond these traditional areas into agriculture innovation and research, an MOU was signed during the visit for establishing a joint India-Israel Innovation Center for Agriculture in India, and to institute a joint fellowship for agricultural research by Indian researchers at the Volcani Agriculture Research Organization. In addition to this, the NPCI International, the National Payments Corporation of India, and the Israeli Masav have also exchanged an MOU for cooperation. This is to examine linkages between these two institutions for cross-border payments between the two countries, and to explore linking India's unified payment interface, the UPI system, with Israel's payment system to enhance interoperability for cross-border payments between the two countries, which will then have a spin-off for promoting tourism and other commercial activities between the two sides. Last year in September 2024, the two countries signed a bilateral investment agreement. And as we speak today, a negotiating team from Israel is in India for the first round of negotiations on concluding a free trade agreement between the two countries. And in order to fill out this triad, today the two sides have also decided to launch a bilateral financial dialogue between them. In recent years, mobility has been a sunrise sector of cooperation between the two countries. We have made considerable progress. Nearly 42,000 Indian skilled workers have traveled to Israel in recent years. Today, the signing of the implementation protocol on commerce and services, manufacturing, and the restaurant sectors will open up these sectors for mobility cooperation and facilitate safe and secure mobility of Indian nationals, Indian workers in these sectors in Israel. There is also a broad consensus that up to 50,000 Indian workers may arrive in Israel within the next 5 years to work in these sectors. Overall, as I said, this has been an incredibly rich visit in terms of outcomes, a very, very productive visit. which has deepened bilateral cooperation across multiple sectors. It underscores the commitment of Prime Minister Modi in particular to harness technology and innovation for inclusive growth, and the commitment of both leaders to make the bilateral special strategic partnership for peace, innovation and prosperity more productive and impactful. The visit has been based, as I said, on trust, which was pointed to by both leaders as a fundamental ingredient and a very special ingredient of the India-Israel relationship. We feel that a lot of the understandings that have been concluded during the visit will create new opportunities for youth, for businesses, for entrepreneurs on both sides, especially in the areas of startups, in the area of technology, in STEM sectors, and will provide further impetus to the cooperation that already exists in the agricultural sector. And given the importance of all of these sectors to the Indian economy, we feel that by leveraging Israeli strengths in science, in research, in technology, in innovation, the journey of India towards its goals of a Viksit Bharat and an Atmanirbhar Bharat, developed and self-reliant India, will be realized even further.